accuracy and trajectory that DeAndre Hopkins was able to go up and make the catch. But I have to go with the better catch over the throw. And take no credit away, take nothing away from Kyler Murray, man. This play doesn't happen without the ball being in his hands. But for DeAndre Hopkins to go up and take the ball away from 3 defenders, I mean, like, DeAndre's not known for going up and being vertical and taking the ball away from guys. He's known for getting open, in the middle of the field, one-on-one routes. I didn't expect this. I didn't expect to see this, but, for him to get up, go vertical, take it away from 3 defenders and just leave him looking stupid, man. This was a better catch than throw. This will go down as one of the better catches and greater players of all time. And when I think about the catch, Dwight Clark, Joe Montana. Joe Montana don't get any credit for that. People acknowledge it, but Dwight Clark, he gets all the accolades for it. He gets all the press for it. So, I'm gonna just leave it at that, man. But Kyler Murray, ball in his hands, it shows that anything can happen.
I agree with you, but I'm looking at his stats, Skip. I didn't realize that Arizona had 3 guys rush for over 50 yards. They had 217 yards rushing. I just, if you didn't know better, you just thought this was all this. They deserved. I don't think they deserved to win the game. All that being said, they had 217 yards rushing, and Kyler was phenomenal running the football, Skip. But, Mike, you know this. What do we, now, I don't know if y'all did it, but we did it on Friday. We go through the Hail Mary. Mike, what are you taught to do? Are you taught to try to high point the ball or knock it down? You're taught to knock the ball down. And what do they do? If I'm Sean McDermott, call a timeout. You got 2 timeouts. Let's go over to make sure we know what we're going to do and how we want to approach this. Kyler made an unbelievable play to escape the pocket. He did the little stutter step. He stole that from Mahomes. Remember Mahomes hit that stutter step on Tennessee?
Don't compare Mahomes. Don't compare Mahomes and Kyler, please.
That running ability.
When it comes to mobility.
Mahomes, he did the stutter step, bought him some time. But what he did, I love that how he turned the ball over, threw it up, turned it down. Can't do that like my guy in Green Bay. He's the king of the Hail Mary. But the catch, because people don't understand, Mike, to time a jump for a ball that's coming from that distance, it's one thing on a fade, you in the red zone, you in the goal line. You jump at the ball's gonna be on you quick. But to time that jump from where Kyler threw it, and from the time it's like, okay, if I go up too early, I'm gonna be coming down. If I go up too late, I'm gonna miss it. And for him to do that through 3 guys, even though I think Poirier was on his side because he ended up knocking Tre'Davious White off of D-Hop, and Kyler Murray said it. He's like, he hop down there somewhere, just let me throw it down there. So, and that's what he did, Skip. Give that man credit. And to see him all that blue, he saw some black gloves and said, I think D-Hop got on black gloves. Let me throw it. He down there, he catch it.
And he was one-on-one. Well, for the most part, a single receiver.
I am surprised and very disappointed in both of you. Both of you played this game at the highest of levels. And here I am correcting you because clearly the degree of difficulty of the throw was, I said 3 times to open the show, because you ticked me off in the A block. It's 4 times more difficult to make that throw than that catch. So let's break it down. Kyler is running, obviously, to his left. Unlike Michael Vick, he's a right-handed quarterback. So the throw he's going to have to make is across his body. And Mario Addison gets him around the ankles and trips him up for a second, but he escapes that. But it took his eyes from trying to find somebody open in the end zone just for a split second. Now he accelerates to full speed toward the sideline. And here comes big old Ed Oliver, hulking, leaping, 6'1", almost 300 pounds, right in his face. Kyler Murray has to fall sideways and throw across his body, whipping his right leg over his body to just get a little more mustard on the throw to make it travel 55 yards in the air and come down at the absolute perfect spot for D-Hop, who's got hops, to go up and snatch it at its apogee, at the height of his jump. And again, you got to time it right, as Shannon points out, as a Hall of Fame receiver, tight end, obviously. But still, the throw is impossibly great to be at the pinpoint that it has to arrive, at the moment it needs to arrive. And it beat 3 of the better, as a trio, defensive backs in the whole league. But what does D-Hop have over those 3? Well, he's 6'1", so he's got an inch over Jordan Poyer, an inch over Micah Hyde, and Tre'Davious White's only 5'11", so he's got 2 inches on him. Let's go back to their combine verticals just to demonstrate what kind of hops they have. Well, D-Hop can hop out of the gym because he's got a 36-inch combine vertical. Now we go to Micah Hyde at a 33, Tre'Davious had a 32, and Poyer had a 30.5-inch vertical jump. So obviously, D-Hop has huge advantage. He's got height and he's got hops advantage over all 3 of them. And he goes up, high points the ball, and who's got the best hands of those 4 players? Well, obviously, D-Hop does this for a living. He's been doing this from Deshaun for years. This is how he plays. He goes up and snatches balls out of the sky. So he goes up to snatch. He gets both hands on the ball. It looks like Tre'Davious has got the best shot with getting his 2 hands on the ball and knocking it down, as you say everybody should do. And here comes Poyer flying across the play and rams Tre'Davious hard enough that he knocks his hands off the football.
Right.
Well, Micah Hyde's already boxed out by a bigger man. So again, is it shocking that D-Hop came down with the football? It's not shocking to me because that's routine for him to make that play.
But see, Skip, what you're trying to do is that, Mike, what he tried to do earlier was sell us that only Kyler Murray can make this play. And Jim, I had Jim, my new DJ, came up with this track for me. I want to show you something, Mike. Now, you tell me which throw were harder, the one I'm about to show you or the one Kyler Murray. Look at this throw here. Now, look at where he throws this from and how he throws it. Now, Mike Vick, you're a quarterback. Now, you tell me which one was the hardest.
I mean, if you look at both throws, they both look about the same. It's 2 versus 1 right here, and then it was 3 versus 1 in Kyler's play. And in order to make this catch, you know, it's going to be either your guy or nobody. But both guys targeted the single receiver in this instant. On the other side of the field was Larry Fitzgerald and a couple other guys. And in this same, video, it's 2 guys up top and 1 guy down the middle. So they both had a plan, and I think the plan was to go to the single receiver, and they made it throwing a heavy degree of difficulty. But it's a Hail Mary. It's hit or miss. Regardless of how it looked, both of them throws could have been made from the pocket. Both guys made it look a little harder than what it was, or became a little harder than what it was supposed to be. When you're a quarterback in this situation, you got to give the credit to your receivers, because these guys run routes all game. Sometimes they don't get the ball. And when they finally get a chance to make a heroic play and they do it, you got to give them all the credit.
Aaron Rodgers closed his eyes and threw it to the moon. He tried to throw it over the moon. He tried to hit the ceiling. It was inside at Arizona, right?
Same place.
I got it. So he throws it to the ceiling, and it suddenly comes down. Jeff Janis is 10 yards from the end zone when he cuts loose. And Jeff Janis is like 6'5", maybe, and he just keeps running. And I don't know why Patrick Peterson doesn't just attack the football and just go knock it down, because he's got a much better chance than the Buffalo DBs had of knocking it down, because DeAndre was already posted up in the end zone when the ball's coming down. Janis runs into the end zone and goes and gets the football.
Aaron Rodgers throws this ball.
It was just like Richard Rodgers did at Detroit. Do you remember that on that? Was it like a Thursday night?
Game.
Yeah, and he's 10 yards from the end zone, and he just keeps running and catches it right at the end line.
That's how Aaron Rodgers got the name King of the Hail Mary.
He didn't get that.
Yes, he is.
He is not. I think Kyler just usurped that title.
He got one. Aaron Rodgers got like 3 or 4.
He's in his 2nd year, and it looked like he'd been doing that forever.
Hey, Shannon, Skip, these guys every week on Saturday, like Shannon said, they practice situational football, and they are taught to knock this ball down over and over and over again. You might not even get a Hail Mary situation in 10 games, but when it comes down to it, you are taught on defense to knock the ball down. That's why I got to give credit to D-Hop for making this catch, because they got taught consistently to knock the ball down, and he didn't allow them to do that.
Yeah, you go over plays. It's like onside. We practice onside every single week. Skip, you might get two a year. But if the situation arises, you know the situations. Okay, you got to block. Okay, the first 4 guys, you go block. You let the guy receive the ball. Okay, in this situation, okay, all that you've been practicing for the first 10 weeks of the season, you haven't had a Hail Mary attempt. If you just do your responsibility, if I do my responsibility, Mike, if